Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another beauty video. We're in a new setting. I have a microphone, which is making me feel fancy. Today we're gonna be discussing beauty products, beauty releases, everything from the last 2 months, May and June. We're gonna be discussing all of it and I'm really excited about it. So, yay! I'll be showing you over here the products, and I'm gonna be just scrolling through my, oh my god, no, wait, I'm ruining my favorite sticker. I'm sorry, give me a second. Okay, better. I'm ready. We're gonna be discussing all the makeup releases, beauty releases from the past 2 months, May and June, because that's the last time I did this. And I just want to preface that I'm filming this on the 23rd of June, 2.5 hours before Blend Bunny is revealing their Sugar and Grunge palette, which I'm way too excited about. I've never tried Blend Bunny before. This will be the year. I promise you, this year I will try Blend Bunny. But gosh, we're just immediately jumping into it. Then I'm going back like in time from May on, but first I want to talk about this one, because 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. The Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sugar and Grunge palette, 24 shades for the 90s sweetheart. They do have the black and white version up already, so we can see the shade names. We can see that there's like a pastel row, a deeper row, a really deep row, and a shimmer row. Just like the general Blend Bunny formula for their palettes, which is great. I'm expecting like some nice grays and maybe like a grungy green row and then soft pinks. That's what I'm expecting, but 2.5 hours, people. I'll be done filming by then, so I will include a clip of me talking about it right now. Okay, quick update on how I feel about the Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge palette. Now that I've seen it and I've seen the colors, I don't like it. It's not for me. For some reason, it just feels really out of place that there's teals in there. And those pinks look way too bright for just the vibe that I was going for in my brain. I don't know if I'm the only one. I just feel like they really just took some leftover shades out of all of their palettes and put it together into this one. I love the grungy greens that are in there. And that's exactly what I expected. And the gray streak. But then I just don't understand the bright purple one, or the pinkish purple. It's really bright. I would have gone for like more of like a powdery pink sort of vibe. And then I do really like the reddish pink on the left, but I feel like it would have just matched so much better if you had more powdery pinks and more deeper powdery pinks. I feel like it would look a bit more cohesive. And I don't like that those shimmers are not in the right order. They've done that for every single palette. All the shimmers are in the correct place with the lines, and this just isn't. And I am really annoyed by it. I've been wanting to try Blend Bunny. I was going to try it this year. I am going to try it this year. I want to try the Lure palette because it looks beautiful. I don't have anything against teals. I freaking love teals. They're my favorite. I just don't think they had a place in this palette. It just doesn't match for some reason. I don't know, but maybe that's just me. That's it. That's my opinion. Let's go to the next item. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go to Trend Mood. Like always, I'm just gonna discuss the releases that actually interest me a tiny bit, because this is an anti-haul, so we wanna talk ourselves out of buying stuff, basically. And there are quite a few releases that I just don't care about to begin with, so I'm not going to talk about them. So a lot of lip products, a lot of blushes from a lot of different brands that just do not really interest me, which is fine. I'm going to be talking about Colourpop quite a bit, I presume, because Colourpop has like 10 different releases every single month. First of all, they released chrome liquid eyeshadows, which they look fine, they look pretty. They're acting like they're duochrome, and I don't know why I said it like that. They act like they're duochrome, but in the tube they actually look duochrome or multichrome and they look nice, but then I feel like swatching them out, they're just metallic and there's not a lot of duochrominess, shiftiness going on yet. Maybe that's just the lighting, I don't know. They don't interest me. If I were to want to buy any multichrome duochrome products, I would first of all try literally any indie brand and not Colourpop. A lot of blushes. Is it blush season? I don't know. I'm into it. I love blush, you know. No, I love blush, and especially like I've been into like liquid and cream blushes more and more recently, ever since I started blending them out with a sponge. But like they're so easy to use. At first I felt like they were just a bit too difficult. They're much more of a hassle than a powder blush, so I didn't really like them. And now I started blending them out with just a regular sponge, and it works so well. So yeah, I don't mind all the extra liquid and cream blushes because I've been into it. The one thing, this is a brand that I do not know, but I want to talk about it. This is the Queen Musia released some lipsticks, and I don't know this brand. I've never heard of it before. That's stunning. That's beautiful. That's also really unique. I feel like it's very difficult nowadays to come out with unique packaging that really stands out, and that, you know, when I'm going through my makeup drawer, I want to be able to just pick out a specific brand. I feel like Rare Beauty has that kind of aesthetic, and Half Magic. But there are also brands that have like a two all over the place aesthetic. Makeup Revolution, for example. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's very difficult to come up with unique packaging, especially with something as simple as lipstick. This packaging is stunning. I love it. It's beautiful. And the mint color, you all know I love mint. Mint is great. Just the lipsticks are just very generic shades. I don't know if I would pay $25 for a lipstick shade. That's not my journey. Okay, moving on. See, I knew they would pop up again. Colourpop. They came out with the Lavender Collection in a lavender haze. And I must say, if I were to buy anything from Colourpop, it would be something like this. Not really big of a Colourpop stan at the moment, you know, with all the JK Rowling. But besides that, I must admit Colourpop it's a good brand. It has good quality makeup for lower prices, and it does creative stuff. I must say they're really the fast fashion brand of makeup brands, releasing something new every single week basically. It's a bit too much for me, but the things they are releasing, often they're nice. They look nice. And this collection is a bit of me, because I just love purple. I'm in my purple era at the moment. Whenever I just scroll through my phone looking at my recent makeup looks, like I take pictures of them, I edit them so I have them ready for Instagram. When I look at my recent pictures, it's all purple makeup looks. I don't know why, but I've just been really into purple. I bought a purple phone. Not specifically for that reason, but it's purple. It's beautiful. And this one is, this palette looks nice because it's nice cool toned purples. I do feel like when you look at the individual shades, the total of it could have been more purple because there's not really an actual purple shimmer in it even. But I love cool tones, and I love cool toned purples so much. The Super Shock shimmers as well. The glosses look nice. It's just a nice collection, I must admit. It's a nice overall collection. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, then we have something that I don't usually talk about, which is perfumes. I don't talk about perfumes. I'm not really a perfume girly. I usually have like one or two that I like and that I stick with, and I find it difficult to find something new that I like. Also because I like sweet and strong scents, but if the scent is too strong, I get migraines. I don't know, I'm very specific about perfume, and I also don't know a lot about it. I just know that I have two that I really, really love. But the thing is, recently I got to try a Sol de Janeiro fragrance mist. It's my absolute favorite thing currently. It smells so good. Literally, the smell is so good. I love it so much. And apparently they're releasing 3 new perfume mists for the summer, which are Do Not Disturb, which is Mimosa Flower and Nude Musks. Do I read that right? Bikini Season, which is Sunlit Orchid and Sparkling Guava. When in Rio, Wild Bergamot and Vanilla Amber. And that just sounds like it's sweet, sweet summery goodness, and that's exactly what I love. So I really wouldn't be opposed to trying these. I just don't spend money on perfumes that often, so I'm not really like quick to spend money on perfumes. So Maybe next when I finish my current Sol de Janeiro. Maybe then. Okay, and then Glamlight released the second part of their Scooby-Doo collection, which now has like some really cute accessories. 2 lip kits, a Velma and a Daphne lip kit. Adorable. A blush duo with some pretty colors. And then I think it's a Scooby lip scrub. Yeah. And a sleeping mask. Oh, that is a really cute duo. I like that. That's adorable. And they do have a palette, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not seeing... Oh, I'm seeing it right here. Okay, I found it. The palette, I think the concept of it is great. Just an overall palette for the squad. Every person in the squad has their own row with their own colors, and you can definitely see who they are supposed to be, you know, which I think is great. The colors look nice. There's a good mix of mattes and shimmers, I think. I'm just not drawn to it at all. I do like Scooby-Doo a lot, but I'm not like the biggest fan and I need Scooby-Doo stuff, you know? So that's also not really pulling me in. And then it's just a bit of a generic, colorful palette to me. I'm pretty sure it's nice. I've heard amazing things about Glamlight's formula, so I'm sure it's great, but it's just not for me. And that's okay. And then I think last time we talked about the Root Cosmetics Mentos collection. And now they released a Chupa Chups collection. So there's more food. Again, we're doing more food collections. Okay. But the thing is, I like this one. Mainly because I'm not specifically a Chupa Chup fan. I am a big, big fan of the Chupa Chup drink in the strawberry cream flavor. I could drink that shit every day. Every day. That's so good. Now they have strawberries and cream things in their collection. So that's basically drawing me in. I must say the Popcorn Party ombre blushers, really cute. I love them, especially that blue purple one, the cool toned one. That's really cute. I might need to try that someday. That's adorable. Not really into the face duos. It's not really for me. Then we have a lot of liners, splash liners. We have some duos again, strawberries and cream. I do think the combinations are very cute and they do fit the Chupa Chups theme. I think it's well done. And then what I'm really most disappointed about is the eyeshadow palettes. Why are the eyeshadow palettes fully brown? Why? I don't understand. Every single thing you've released in this collection is a lovely, lovely pink, blue, green, lovely red. The only Chupa Chup that is brown is the cola one. And then you're gonna do 2 entirely brown eyeshadow palettes. I don't get it. The lip tints look fine though. I think it's a really good, cute collection in general. Blushes look nice and the splash liners. I'm not complaining. I'm just complaining about those eyeshadow palettes because those are ugly. But that's just my opinion. Okay, Fenty came out with a limited edition collection. The Majestic Color Adaptive Cheek and Lipstick. And what's this? The Poutsicle, which is a really cute, I think it's a lip oil kind of, a hydrating lip stain. And I think like the packaging is so nice. It's so summery. It looks luscious. It makes me want to buy it. So good job on the packaging actually. And then such a nice bright lip color. That's fun. That's really fun. I'm not really into those color adaptive things though, because they're often just pink. They're not really that interesting. So I don't know about this one. I haven't really seen any swatches. So I don't know. It's just not for me. And then we get to the Deep Sea Treasures palette by Cleona, which will be about $100. Which I know it's Cleona, so I know it was going to be expensive. So I was going to say I'm not complaining. I'm still complaining, but I'm not surprised. I have never tried Cleona. Want to try Cleona? Maybe once. Their prices are currently holding me back for the fact that other brands have very similar things for better prices. Like Terra Moons, for example. So, currently, no. Specifically this palette, I don't know if I like it. If you were to give me just the color story, just the 8 shades, without the packaging, would I have guessed that it's a Deep Sea Treasures palette? No, I would not. I would not have. The only shade that fits like the Deep Sea Treasures vibe, like the Deep Sea Ocean vibe to me, is the shade The Bends. And no, I don't think a palette should be entirely turquoise. I don't know how to pronounce that. Turquoise, right? I don't think a palette should be entirely turquoise to be a deep sea palette. I just think that having a deep sea palette and having one bluish shade in it with, you know, emphasis on ish, it just doesn't scream deep sea to me. The shades look nice though. They look fine. I don't think I've ever thought about this collection twice since I've seen it, and I probably will forget about it again as soon as I scroll on. Oh, yes, okay. Let's talk about these. The Odins Eye Rock and Gem collection, right? Oh no, that's the George's Divine collection with the Jewels and Gem palette and the Stone and Rock palette. One thing that I didn't know about this collection, which is just basically my fault, is that it came with jewelry. And I think some of that jewelry is really freaking cute. Anyway, some of the purple stuff looks really good. I like both of these. But there's also something about them that I don't like when I look at them. I don't know. They feel a bit pale to me. Maybe that's it. Don't know if that's just me though. Like when I look at them, I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of pale shades in there. I don't know, they both look nice though, and I like that they have a warm toned and cool tone palette again. I feel like it fits their collection very well, their vibe. I also like that they're going with this funky pen shape now instead of the round shapes, and I think that was the Solmon palettes. Solmon 1 and 2, I think. But one of the earlier palettes that had just the simple round pens, which was fine, but I like the new pen shape. I like it a lot. I think it's unique. Again, it's very difficult to come up with something unique nowadays. I think it's unique, it's fun, it's recognizable. I like it. The packaging has upgraded a lot in the recent year. And the palettes themselves, they look fine. Not like something that I need right now, but I must confess that the shadows look beautiful. And then the shimmers are, like, some of them are a tiny bit shifty, which I appreciate. There's another Colourpop palette, which I'm going to be very short about. Mega Palette Smokin' Hot. I think their mega palettes are so boring. I have the Fade Into You palette, which could be considered one of the mega palettes, and I think that's the only good one next to Matte Into You. Matte About You, I'm sorry. But this one, it's just neutrals, just warm tone neutrals. There's a tiny bit of orange in there, and then that's it. So it's boring to me. Like, if that's something that's missing in your collection, I feel like that could be great. And I feel like it also could be great for, like, makeup artists, because you have a lot in different depths and different tones for different skin tones. I think that would be great. But for me, it's a no. It's a no for me, thank you. Nemo? When did a Nemo collection? Oh, of course it's Makeup Revolution. Of course it is. So apparently Makeup Revolution did a Nemo collection. Which I wasn't aware of, actually. And again, see, this is one of what I mean with a brand that has absolutely no consistency whatsoever. They have four different eyeshadow palettes in this collection. And every single one is different with different pen shapes. Why? Are you trying to hurt us? What's going on? So we have a giant palette in the shape of scuba goggles, and I feel like it has the most boring shades. When you look at, like, the packaging of the collection, it's all bright blues and oranges and whatever, and it's beautiful. And then when you look inside that palette, it's just neutrals. Why are we going so boring? And then we have, like, 2 8-pan palettes, and a really colorful one. That one is kind of cute, but also it looks a bit chaotic. I wouldn't really know what to do with it. And the shimmers look not that shimmery. Like, they're satins. Then we have another 8-pan. I like that one a bit better. That second 8-pan, it looks nice. It looks a bit more sea colored because of the mints. I think it's a nice combination. Mints and browns is a good combination, but still I think it's not for me. Suddenly, what's this? An 18-pan palette? Oh, well, that's funny. It's smaller, I think, but it literally has the more pans, more colors than that giant palette. I'm confused. Rest of the collection is boring. We have a new Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, Cosmos. You know, I'm not the biggest on neutral palettes, but sometimes I can see the simpleness and the beauty of a neutral palette. I can see it, and I can see why people like it, and sometimes I like to wear neutrals. And this one This is more of the type of neutral palette that I'm interested in. It has a good range of mattes, and then it has the most interesting, beautiful shimmers. And that's what I like. I like to do neutrals, but then I love adding my Chaos Dirt shimmers, for example, because they're beautiful, they're shimmery, they're sparkly, they're everything that I need. And that's how I like to wear my neutrals. So having just really interesting shimmers in a palette, I like it. I see the appeal in a neutral palette like this. I think it looks luxurious. It looks nice. I like the colors. Still, it's not for me currently. I am so not up to date on makeup palettes. When did this one come out? There's a new Nomad palette. The Majestic Kingdom palette with safari inspired shades. I like the little imprints of the little... Oh, that's cute. They have little paw prints from a ton of different animals in there. That's adorable. I like the green row. Okay, wait, Okay, hold up. When I'm looking at it, I'm like dissecting. I'm not mad at it. I don't like the packaging because I detest cheetah print on anything. It's not my journey. Looking at the colors, I'm actually not mad. We have a really nice warm tone neutrals. They have some cool tone neutrals with a tiny hint of blue in there. And then we have a lovely green row. It makes perfect sense for the palette. The greens look really nice, actually. I don't mind it. I wouldn't buy it, but I don't mind it. Natasha Denona came out with a new palette, the Yucca palette, which I think looks lovely. I love green. And again, well, it's not really a neutral palette, but it has some more of a neutral vibe to me, but still with lovely, lovely greens. And there's some beautiful shades in there. I think this is one of the few palettes of Natasha Denona that I would actually consider buying. Besides that, she is way out of my price range and way out of the price that I would ever pay for an eyeshadow palette to begin with. And Natasha Denona is just not a brand for me at the moment, at least. And I don't really have any interest in it, but looking at a palette like this, I'm like, it's nice. It looks nice. I can see that it looks nice. I am not blind. It's just not for me. Oh, wait. Lush X SpongeBob SquarePants, and they have a Gary bath bomb. I love it. That's so fun. And Patrick Star. Oh my god, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Moira Cosmetics came out with Multichrome Gel Liners. They look pretty. I like that there's some black based ones and some neutral based ones. That's great. It's a pretty good range. I don't know. I already have a few Multichrome liners, so I'm not really like inclined to buy any at the moment. Also because the ones I have are beautiful, but I don't really use them. I don't gravitate towards them that often. So I don't feel like expanding my collection like that, I feel like I wouldn't use them, even though they look beautiful. Another Colourpop release. We have extra Luxe lip oil shades. 4 new shades. Yep, that happened. Give Me Glow. I feel like that brand had some... I don't know. I feel like it has some sort of thing not good with the brand. I'm not sure at this point. I just feel like when I hear the brand, I'm like... I feel like I've heard people say some things about them. I don't know. Let me know. But this palette looks nice, I must confess. This is the Juicy Blueberry, and again, it's purples. I love purples. And then there's just a hint of yellow, which is my favorite color. And yellow and purple is literally the best combination that you can ever have. It's beautiful. The shimmers, there's only 2 shimmers in this, but they look nice. And the mattes look beautiful. They're like a little bit... We have cool toned and warm toned. Yeah, it's really nice. We have like a warm toned row and a cool toned row. I'm really not mad at this. I think it looks nice. Okay, and then we have the brand Cosmic Brushes. This looks nice. It's like a little rainbow pastel-ish palette. The shimmers are stunning. There's some like shifty duochrome multichrome shimmers in there. And that pigmentation. The swatches impress me. It's a nice palette. This is exactly something that I like. Just a bit of everything. A lot of creative options. And then some very, very nice shimmers, which is always very important to me. It looks nice. I'm a bit shocked. It's good. It looks nice. I don't see what's the front of... Oh yeah. Delicious Delights. Oh, it's cute. Okay, cosmic brushes. Nice. Anyway, I'll be thinking about that one for a little bit. Colourpop is dropping new bronzer and highlighter sticks. Oh my god. Really? I will not be talking about that any further. Okay, Glamlight finally came out with their Rick and Morty collab. I'm pretty sure they announced this a little while ago, but then you had a lot of issues with one of the creators of the show being kicked off the show because of inappropriate behavior and such. And now they released it, and I must say the palette, it looks nice. I like the color story. It's purples, it's blues, it's greens. Tiny bit of a pop of red. I like it. I don't mind it. It's nice. That highlighter trio also looks nice. Oh, I love that the setting spray is like an Erlenmeyer. That's so fun. I actually really like that. I've never watched Rick and Morty. Just to let you know. I'm not a fan, because I've never watched it. I can't say if I'm a fan or not. But I feel like it wouldn't be my type of humor. I know a lot of people who do like the show a lot, which, valid. And I think this is objectively a nice collection. And it, like the strange colors, the purplish highlighters, it fits the alien vibe quite a bit. So I think this collection is actually really well done. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this one, which we're at the top of the Trendmood page, so we're getting somewhere. The Barbie collection by NYX. And I must say, I like Barbie collections usually. Barbie is great. I'm really excited about the Barbie movie. I watched a lot of Barbie movies growing up. I watched series. I had like a lot of vintage magazines. I did a lot of fashion designing on my Barbies. I had a ton of different Barbies, usually fake ones, but they were still awesome. I love them. I just love Barbie. But this collection, oof. When I look at it, I feel like this is something that I buy at the toy store. Like, this is children's makeup, but in Barbie style, because of course, first of all, Barbie is for children. And then this collection would fit right in there. God, it looks so cheap. The plastic packaging, maybe it is trying to mimic like children's makeup, and that's the vibe they're like, exactly the vibe they're going for. And if that's the case, they nailed it, because that's what it looks like. But also, I feel like NYX is not like, NYX is often acclaimed as like a budget drugstore brand, but I feel like it's quite expensive for a drugstore brand. And then to be like a pretty expensive brand, well, it's not that bad. Okay, the prices are not that bad, but I feel like it's a bit cheap looking. But maybe they're going for the toy aesthetic, and then they actually nailed it. So I don't know. It's fun, I guess. It's not for me though. I'm not buying it, that's for sure. Okay, let's go to indie makeup hotspot, because we have some indie brands to talk about. Okay, apparently Glisten Cosmetics came out with a pressed pigment palette with 6 duochromes, which retails for $45. And I feel like for 6 duochromes, that's actually not that expensive. Looking at them, I'm like, they look nice, but I wouldn't be like overly excited to have these in my collection, basically. Okay, I want to talk about this. This is cute. The Wicked Sisters collection, the Wicked Sisters Cosmetics came out with 2 palettes. The Wicked Witch Paper Doll eyeshadow palette and the Wicked Garden eyeshadow palette with 15 shimmers. Oh my god, 15 shades. My brain is really not functioning right now. But especially the Wicked Garden palette, that's beautiful. It has grungy greens, it has deep grungy berry tones, and then it has some lovely yellows, and that packaging is so my vibe. It's giving cottagecore. The paper doll palette, I think the idea is fun. I like it, and I like that they actually have an insert where you can actually cut out all the clothes and use it as a paper doll. That's fun. I like that. The palette itself, the shades, they're not too bad. They do fit the packaging. I don't know. I would just prefer the Wicked Garden palette. That's nicer. But I think it looks fun. It looks nice. And then the palette that I wanted to talk about, because this one has been haunting my dreams. In like a good way. We're talking about the Citrus Punch palette by Simply Porsche Cosmetics. I've been following Simply Porsche Cosmetics for a while now. And their palettes look wonderful. They always look so put together. The color stories are always just right. There's not a single palette up until now that they have released that I haven't wanted. This one again, oh, I love it. It looks so summery, so bright, so fun. Yellows, oranges, greens, pinks, reds, berry tones, a good amount of shimmers. It's beautiful. I love it. I've been thinking about this palette so much. I want it. I don't know, I just want it. And I just really also like the fact that all of their palettes are magnetic and you can take out the shades so you can have a little play with them, put them in custom palettes. I really like that. And the packaging is just so nice. This is kind of a cute palette, the Aloha palette by Clarity Cosmetics. It has some nice colors. The shimmers look nice. They're not really anything special, but I think it's just a nice looking palette for the summer. It's a bit of everything. Some nice bright colors, some shimmers. I like it. It's not too bad. I wouldn't buy it, but... So next, I want to talk about the Ellie Star and Brittany Huffman eyeshadow palette Best Mattes, which is a collaboration with Bella Beauté Bar. I think, first of all, the name of the palette is absolutely adorable. That is really cute. The palette itself is not really speaking to me. It feels a lot like... It feels very all over the place. The packaging is really nice. I'm pretty sure there's some beautiful, beautiful mattes in there, but when I look at it, I'm not inspired whatsoever. I feel like the pants look slightly small. And just, I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. And I think that's the conclusion of that one. Oh, this one. Wait, this one does. This one really does. I've been eyeing this one. This is the Ansley Rain X Shifty Shadow Crystal Skies collection. And this palette is just beautiful pastel goodness. And I love it so much. It looks absolutely beautiful. And those shimmers are right up my alley. Like nice, shifty, sparkly. Yeah, I really like this one. I also like that there's some like deeper tints in it. I think it's a beautiful palette. And again, same with the Simply Posh Cosmetics. I like that you can take out the shades individually and use them for like magnetic palettes and such. I think that's very fun. Okay, I want to talk about this one. Just because... I have this one. This is the Serendipity palette by Cara Beauty, which I am now officially on the Cara Beauty PR list. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. That's so fun. And they sent me this palette as well. I received it today. I don't actually have it yet because it's at my parents' place, but my mom sent me a picture, so I know I have it. Which, first of all, I have some thoughts, because I think this is like similar to those Colourpop palettes that I feel like they're a bit too big for me. In general, I like the color story because I love pinks and I love purples. I think it has a great collection of that. I also think there's a lot of very, very light shades in there that would all look a bit the same. So, yeah. I'm excited to see it in person tonight and do some swatches with it. I will probably film a video with it as well because I have the time and I want to try it and I'm excited. So we're going to do that. The one thing that I have been thinking about this palette, just looking at it, just looking at the shades, I'm like, this is so perfect for Barbie season. You know, we're having Barbie summer coming up with the movie releasing and everything. I think this palette is perfect for that. Soft pinks, some purples, we get some neutrals in there. This is the perfect palette for Barbie season, I feel like. So yeah, I'm excited to play with it tonight. I do think it's a bit on the big side, so I am a bit overwhelmed, but we'll see. And then, I think that's it, my friends. I think that's it. There's a lot that I didn't discuss, but like I said, I'm not discussing things that don't interest me in the first place, because I want to use this as like talking myself out of all this makeup, because not a single person needs all this makeup, but it's still very fun to look at. So, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of these releases. Are there any that really stand out to you that you really want to try, or maybe that you've bought already? Because I'm curious. I want to hear all the opinions, especially if you've actually tried any of these releases. Let me know what you think of them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. If you want to see even more from me, my blog and my Instagram, where I share all my makeup looks, are all linked down below, so you can check that out as well. That's gonna be it for me today. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!